Hey everybody, welcome to Outer Wilds. This is the LP that I alluded to in my channel update recently, and I think it's going to be a fun time. It's a big ol' space mystery, and I've played a little of it, but not beaten it, or really, I don't think I've made any significant progress in it, and it's been a few years since my last time, so we're gonna have fun doing this. I'm joined today by three of my friends who are gonna be coming along for this expedition.
I'm Artix. I know kind of like the premise of it, and that's about it.
I'm PW, and this absolutely isn't the first time we're trying to record this intro, no sir.
Shut up, that's my bit that I use. Quiet you, get out of here.
I'm Tons, and I am temporarily taking a break from role-playing a Capri Sun in Baldur's Gate to be here.
So yeah, basically over on Artix's channel, we've been playing we played a game called The Curse of the Golden Idol, which is a bit like a point-and-click mystery game, and it made us think of other things that we could do now that we finished that up. And I think this will be a fun. One to do. So this is a pretty much mostly blind playthrough of the game. Like I said, I don't really remember much of it other than just kind of like some areas, but I don't know how you beat the game. I have no idea. We'll see. Time to explore.
I'm sure we'll figure it out together.
Yeah.
Like I was saying before we started.
Like, man. None of us have any experience with this.
Yeah.
Like I was saying before we started, there are at least 3 brain cells between the 4 of us. I'm sure we can figure it out.
Who's lacking the brain cell?
Me.
Oh.
Definitely.
I mean, I wasn't gonna throw them under the bus, but it does appear to be Tons at the moment.
Too much blood being sucked out.
Yep.
We get it, he's hot.
Don't worry, this will be my last mention of him this entire stream, I promise. Or recording.
You want to roast a marshmallow?
Hell yeah, I want to roast
Hell
a
yeah.
marshmallow.
Oh, that's a...
You have overly
Eat it, eat
roasted.
it.
delicious. Let's talk to Slate. There's our pilot, back from our pre-launch camp out under the stars, I see. It's launch day, huh? Seems like only yesterday you first joined the space program, and suddenly here you are, leaving on your first solo voyage. What do you say? Ready to get this beauty off the ground? It's all fueled up and ready to go. You sure you fixed the retro rockets? That was only a problem one time, and then maybe a few times after that. But hey, no reason to dwell in the past, right? Anyway, you'll just need to get the launch codes from Hornfels at the observatory before you can lift off. Bring those here once you've said your goodbyes or whatever. So, we appear to be part of a space program.
This voyage is totally gonna go perfectly without a hitch. Nothing's gonna go wrong whatsoever.
Hey, it's you. Slate said you're blasting off in your ship today. I'm really excited to see the launch. Aren't you gonna go into space, aren't you? You better not have changed your mind. Hey, I'm still going. I want to practice with a pro. I hear you and Slate beefed up the model ship. Can I see it? Yeah, we recalibrated the controls and installed better thrusters. Want to give it a test drive? Slate says it's just like the real thing, only less likely to start a fire. Try to land on a geyser pool. So this game heavily recommends controller for its controls scheme, and it's because there is a lot of like analog kind of movement that you gotta do. Oh no! Oh no!
Already.
This bodes well for our spacefaring adventure.
Can't wait.
Again, it's gonna go
Yourself off into
perfect.
space.
There we go. I did it that time. Don't worry, it'll be great.
So, odds on us losing the spaceship on like the first planet we land on.
At least 50%.
Heyo, hatchling. I hear you're leaving to seek adventure amongst the stars. When you return, let's you, me, and Gossen open a bottle of the good stuff. I'm only seeking adventure among one star, others are too far away. The good stuff is less delicious, sap wine, and more daunting digestive challenge.
Oh, we're absolutely making fun of his shitty wine.
An iron stomach is the mark of a true Hearthian, my friend. Our hardy hunter-gatherer lifestyle stems from trial and error, by which I mean our ancestors survived eating a lot of bad things.
Not wrong.
So we're clearly gonna eat everything we come across in this.
I hope so.
We're gonna put many questionable things in our mouth.
That was a rather abrupt... Oh, okay, that was just, like, something blocking the sun. I was gonna say...
It looks like the moon.
That was an extremely abrupt transition to night there.
You're actually blasting off in that thing, huh? They don't really explode as often anymore. I'm told my odds of survival are statistically quite high. All I know is, in between the space program and Micah's rocket model rockets, things seem to burn to the ground around here more often than they used to.
I don't think anyone has any faith in us.
Projector is linked to our Sky Shutter satellite, which is currently orbiting Timberhearth. The satellite is equipped with 2 onboard cameras. See if you can take a snapshot of our village. Oh, so there's a thing orbiting and we can just take photos. Postcards from orbit. This pilot seat, used by a pioneering astronaut Feldspar, is all that remains of our inaugural flight into space. Although it's been argued such a distinction requires a breathtakingly liberal definition of flight, that day will nevertheless always be remembered as a landmark achievement in Hearthian history.
I like the implication that Feldspar did not survive.
But
I mean... Well, you know, the chair is the only thing left of his spacecraft, so...
Could have come back in it. Launch day, huh? Hal's going to miss you. Speaking of launch day, I was thinking about it, and the platform those ships launch on from is getting old. Isn't it about time you built a new, less flammable one? That big tree in the village would be a perfect choice. I wouldn't mind helping out the space program, just say the word. The launch pad is flammable?
Is everything on this planet flammable?
It looks like there's a lot of wood.
it seems to be mostly made out of wood, so...
Nice try. We all know you have it out for that tree. He is a lumberjack. But no, I just think it's in the way and someone ought to chop it down, you know? Specifically me. You think this has to do with the time I fell out of it and broke my arm. That was when we were hatchlings. Who would hold a grudge for that long?
Definitely not me, man with an axe.
Man who made entire life out of being a lumberjack. Hello there, Space Cadet. I hear you're leaving the crater today. If you meet any other travelers up there, remind them to take proper care of their instruments, won't you? Tell me about travelers' instruments. Oh sure, I made all their instruments, you know. Let's see, there's Chert's drums, Rebek's banjo, and Gabbro's flute. And Feldspar's harmonica, of course, though Feldspar's been missing for a long time. Sometimes it feels like just yesterday they were playing their harmonica around the campfire. Anyway, you hear music in space, that'll be one of the space program's other travelers. If you like company, you can always pull out your signal scope and track them down. Well, pretty easy to find the observatory, I guess. Just follow the signs.
So, like, there's a vague naming convention going on here where a lot of people are named after rocks, but then a bunch of people aren't?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Hello, astronaut. If it isn't my favorite troublemaker. We wanted to play hide and seek, but Moraine won't let us borrow their signal scope because it's really delicate and not supposed to be thrown around like that. Hey, can we use your signal scope? Can we? Can we please? We'll even let you be it. Yeah, sure, let's play with the kids. Alright, here are the rules. Galena and me will hide with the radios, and you'll use your signal scope to find us. Last one to be found wins. Alright.
Nothing's gonna go wrong enabling
1,
these adorable
2.
children.
Oh, all right. Let's go. I see one of them all the way up there. And there's the other one.
I don't think they're very good at hiding.
But we're very good at seeking.
Does it count as being good at seeking when we have like a sonar scope that just lets us hear them wherever they are?
Look, they wanted us to use it for that. Can I turn down the ambient sound of... I'll turn down the sound effect a little bit. That waterfall is quite loud. Alright, well, let's talk to Spinel first. Fishing rhyme, singing helps me pass the time. Leaving the crater, guess we'll all be a little busier without you to lend a hand. That big water planet, Giant's Deep, that's where I'd go. What's that? One time after the rest of the village had left to sleep and it was just the two of us sitting around the campfire, Gabbro told me about their first trip to Giant's Deep. They landed their ship easily enough in the waves, but couldn't see too far down on account of how murky the water was, I guess. Too dark. Gabbro wants to see what lay beneath the surface, so they decided to travel deeper. They traveled down and down, but suddenly Gabbro couldn't go any further.
Don't call him boring.
No, I don't want to. I want him to tell me more. I will. I was just pausing dramatically. As though exercising a will of its own, the water was refusing to let Gabbro go any deeper. It held Gabbro back, almost as if it was trying to protect them from something. And then, in the terrible darkness, Gabbro saw it. The tentacle of some hideous beast. Was there sapwine involved in Gabbro's campfire story? Come to think of it, don't you have somewhere you should be exploring that isn't here? Alright, let's go see if we can get to that other kid first. There we go. I won. I'm happy. Thanks for playing with us. Oh, I guess because they were found last.
Out of 2. I guess that's winning.
I'd say that's winning.
I saw that ladder up there. I was thinking I could get up top of the house. Doesn't look like it, not as easily as I'd imagine. Observatory and 0G Cave. It's kind of pretty out here.
It is. I like this planet. It's like Planet Summer Camp.
Danger! Inside this fence is a pocket of ghost matter, a strange and dangerous substance that's invisible to the naked eyes. The good news is you can detect ghost matter with a camera. Moving through ghost matter is uniquely painful and will probably kill you. Don't complain to me if you feel yourself hurt. If you hurt yourself fooling around.
Jump in the ghost matter. Do it, do it, do it.
I don't want to hurt myself. I have things to do. Hi, astronaut. You know the patch of ghost matter inside this fence? Gossin said it used to be bigger when they were a hatchling, because ghost matter evaporates. It just takes a super long time to go away. I hope there's still ghost matter in the village when I'm a grown-up. Ghost matter's awesome. Ghost matter is super cool. It'll burn the heck out of you. You shouldn't be throwing rocks in there. Ghost matter is dangerous. You know ghost matter is how Tektite lost their foot, right?
But
Super
Yeah,
cool.
but-
Oh, I can talk again.
Yeah, but that's what makes it cool, is that
Yeah.
that's how they lost their foot.
I heard touching it hurts so bad it feels like your whole hand's on fire. It's cool little scouts to detect ghost matter at all, but what would you be really cool is if little scout could like shoot ghost matter and at stuff.
I have a feeling
Come say hi to your old flight coach before your launch. I got 0G
one of
training
the planets
set
out there
up.
is going to have like ghost matter on it, and you're going to have to wait.
Probably.
Either that, or you're gonna have to use like a camera to see where it is, so you can navigate through what's functionally a death maze.
Yeah.
Best kind of maze.
Nerves
Death maze.
getting better, you? Right, like you weren't nervous before for your first flight. A little nervous. Yeah. Hey, don't worry about it. Your nerves are between you, me, and the vast endlessness of space. But really, you do fine out there. I'd worry more about that ship if I were you. Hopefully that lunatic Slate at least fixed the retro rockets. So listen, there's a satellite, which is definitely not just a piece of broken mining equipment, set up down in the zero-G cave and in need of repairs. If you're looking for a little last-minute zero-G practice, head down the lift and into the cave. Or don't, so long as you're confident you can make ship repairs in space. One repaired satellite coming right up. Try not to concuss yourself right before the first launch.
Got it. Concuss myself right before the first launch. Will do.
Bonk.
Instructions received loud and clear.
This is the part where I bounced off of playing this game.
Alright. Suiting up. Alright, so it is in fact zero-G. At least this is almost zero-G. Let's talk to Tough. Hey, nice of you to drop down. I'm getting some zero-G time in. You going in there? In the cave? Well, you don't. Yeah, I'm gonna go drift down in there for a while. Sorry, I'll stop. I'm gonna sit here and think about flat, motionless rocks for a while. Poor guy. They put him in the zero-G mines, and he's got motion sickness? So, yeah, it's zero-G, all right. But like full.
Oh, this is like 6 degrees of freedom.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, it is.
Like I said, this is where I bounced off because I just could not wrap my brain around true three-dimensional movement.
Let's see if we can find the things. Yeah, that's... Alright. So, like, out in actual zero-G space, if I remember right, what you end up needing to do is, like, lock onto a target, like it's showing, and you can, like, if it's moving, you can set it to match the velocity of the thing as it's moving around, and, like, you'll, like, you can kind of float towards there.
I like that our solution to all of these like broken pipes and shit on the well, what is presumably some kind of big mining equipment is some duct tape.
It's fine.
I mean, it is the universal sealant.
Let's see, where's the third one? I guess it would still be on this thing. Maybe it's on the inside. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. That, I think, is up. Looks like up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing with the don't concuss yourself is kind of real. Like, you can absolutely give yourself way too much thrust and just go like bounce off of stuff and just hurt yourself.
Oof.
So, yeah, we want to be careful in the zero-G sections. And yeah, it's a full 6 degrees of freedom stuff, so it's kind of challenging to wrap your head around.
Gonna be honest, I'm glad I'm not the one doing the actual playing, because I think I would have trouble wrapping my head around it, so.
I just apologize. I apologize if this game causes anyone, either in this call or watching, motion sickness. It'll be a little more stressful when you're hurtling through space, but remember your training and try not to hit anything big. Alright. Try to avoid getting yourself killed now that I've put so much time into training you, got it?
That's right. You're an asset now, damn it. Don't waste our time.
You're a valuable member of the space team. North Youngbark Crater. South Quantum Grove Crater. East Nomai Ruins. Northwest the Geyser Mountains. So we...
Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense. They did say there were mountains that direction.
And over this way was a big crater, I think? Yeah. Oops, I meant to just keep shooting it. I mean, we'll be able to see all this, but I think that this little thing is kind of neat. These are some ruins. Like, the planets in this game are not particularly big, but when you... I mean, it's like playing Mario Galaxy and the spherical planets that you find in there. They're not that big until you actually, like, try to walk around them in full. Alright, well, let's finally get over to the observatory. That's a moon.
The person we're getting the codes from is probably like, what the heck is taking this person so long? It did just go, it went from day to night. We've been wandering around all day.
A couple of days, I think.
I mean, how long a day is up for debate.
Yeah. Founding members. Oh, I think...
These must be backers or something.
Yeah. Founded to explore the farthest reaches of our solar system. Feldspar was the first to be intentionally launched into space. Completed the first orbit and later made what would be many landings on our moon, the Addle Rock.
So who was the first to unintentionally be launched into space?
Bob.
Hey, it's my favorite astronaut. Launch day at last, huh, buddy? It's the translator tool's inaugural flight, too. I'm so excited, it's making me nauseous. Just to think, you'll be able to translate any Nomai text you find anywhere you are. The two of us put a lot of hours into inventing that tool, so don't break it, okay? Oh, geez. Do not break it. I'm just nervous, and I'm not even the one going into space. How are you feeling? Are we excited or are we terrified?
Terrified.
Terrified.
Don't let me make you nervous. You've been training for this day since we were hatchlings, remember? You'll do great. So what's the dirt? You here to see the new statue? Yeah, let's look at the new statue. Gabber brought it back with him from Giant's Deep, and Hornfels just finished prepping it for display. This is it right here. Neat, huh? Makes me wish we could see what a real live Nomai looks like, but I guess this is as close as we'll get. Check it out. It looks like they had fur. Fur is weird. It's the first fully intact statue ever found, and for how old it is, it's in great shape. This remarkably intact statue was carved by Nomai, ancient species who dwelled in our system thousands of years ago. It provides us with a most detailed look at the Nomai, who appear to have been covered in a layer of fur. Note the decorative jewelry in the antlers. Their artifacts and structures have been found on almost every planet in the solar system. We still have no idea where this species came from or what happened to them.
And they apparently all looked like that guy from Pan's Labyrinth.
Future site of our next exhibit. Okay, I think this is probably a... So there is a DLC for this game that I have specifically not bought because I have heard that if you have not beaten the game, do not buy the DLC because it just, like, it fully integrates in and you should not until you've played it once. So we'll see how this goes. We may buy the DLC after we finish the main game.
Does it spoil the game, or how does it work?
I have no idea. I did not look into it because I felt like I really wanted to play this one time eventually, so I just left it be.
I get the feeling it sounds like it's probably something similar to Binding of Isaac, where if you get the DLC, it kind of dumps all that stuff in the middle of your playthrough and just kind of makes everything awful.
So this is the translator. The text, as it was saying, is written linearly, but they write off of the branches, so it's like a whole. We'll see. Cassava, we're nearly ready. Felix and I have finished construction. She says calibrating the device won't take long. Unfortunately, the Adelrock's lack of atmosphere will make calibration simple. After all this time, I'm thrilled to finally resume our search. So we'll see it as we go, but like, you might have a different author write a different piece off the side of a previous thought that somebody left behind.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Aside from the dwelling and structures they built, they made art. There's a lot of stuff that we will find as we're just out and about, but I think a lot of it is up to kind of just our interpretation at first, because it's just like, you know, not everything is going to have a handcrafted note here telling us what everything is.
Yeah. The writing thing is why I have a notebook ready to go, because some of it may, from what I've seen, some of it may have puzzle solutions La Mulana style.
I'm sure.
The puzzle is like on a completely different planet, but here's the solution to it.
So Nomai technology allows us to get the little scouts to warp back to us, like we saw earlier. This crystal was taken from Nomai Ruin on Brittle Hollow. It seems to create a local gravity distortion and was most likely used to traverse steep surfaces. Try it out.
Oh, that's something. So the crystals make gravity wells, is what we're getting from that.
Pretty
Ooh,
much.
look at the horrifying anglerfish.
Yeah. It was found attached to the landing gear of one of our ships that flew close to Dark Bramble. It appears well suited to living in dark places with minimal atmosphere.
Well, those are horrifying, and we're absolutely going to encounter one.
Yeah. We most certainly are.
Probably on Deep Giant, or whatever the hell it was called.
The strange rock moving around in this grotto appears to react to conscious observation. The level-headed among us realize there must be some sort of optical illusion at play, but Gabbro claims the rock, quote, exists in all possible states until observed. Whatever that means. Whatever's actually happening, both sides of the debate agree the effect is extremely creepy.
Oh, that probably yeah, that does a thing where like it moves when you look away.
It moves when you're not looking
Yeah.
at it, yeah. That's gonna be a puzzle.
That's how a star explodes. Violent supernova event. Based on Chert's observations, this will one day be the fate of our own sun. Imagine 3 balls in a bowl.
On the edge of the bowl.
These balls move on their own. The moon's gravity is at work. Viewing a map of the solar system.
Giant's Deep, Brittle Hollow, Dark Bramble, and the Hourglass Twins.
Also Timberhearth.
Which is where we are.
Yeah. And something out there.
Hmm.
And also the sun itself. Looks like there's something orbiting. Oh yeah, there's something orbiting the sun.
Probably like an observation craft or something.
Yeah. Well, Timberhearth also has its moon. Giant's Deep. It's got something orbiting. Brittle Hollow has a moon.
Hollow's Lantern.
Dark Bramble is pretty messed up.
You can't fool me. That's just the Windfish Island.
Ember
Wind
and Ash
Waker.
Twin. Alright. Here's Hornfells. There you are. I just finished pre-flight observations, and local conditions are good. Time to get our newest astronaut off the ground. And you'll be our first astronaut ever equipped with a Nomai translator tool. I confess I've been giddy all day just thinking about it. We're better equipped than ever to unravel the mysteries of the Nomai. You and Hal should be very proud of your work. Tell me, what's your plan going into space? Well, what do we want to do? Nomai? Travelers? Just go somewhere, start small, wing it?
Yeah, we're gonna wing it.
Totally gonna wing it.
Plan to follow in the footsteps of Feldspar and the Great Outer Wild Adventures tradition, are you? I might have guessed. See if you can't put that translator tool of yours to use while you're out there. Well then, looks like all that's left is to send you off. All in all, what's a fine day for launch? I'm ready
Please
to...
say you're ready to die in space.
I'm not one for superstition, but isn't that kind of unlucky to say before a launch? Anyway, here are the launch codes. Try not to worry too much. Our ships are every bit as safe as Slate could be persuaded to make them. Best of luck out there.
So that doesn't sound like that's very safe, to be honest.
That looks like Morse code as the launch code.
Oh, what is that?
Dash dash.
Sure, I say that's long.
Too long.
Go look that up real quick.
I think it's too long.
Oh, hang on.
A break. One long.
The statue is moving.
Oh, lovely.
Oh.